Sarah said to him, Khaled, if I die and our son remains alive, I will not stop you from remarrying. But please, do not entrust our son to your new wife. Leave him with my parents or yours, but do not place him with another woman. Khaled, surprised, replied, What is it with you today, my dear? You have changed a lot. Where is the Sarah who believes in God's decree and destiny? Besides, it's not a dangerous surgery or a serious illness to be afraid of. It's a simple childbirth. Sarah said, Khaled, I feel like it's my last day in this world. If God takes my soul, forgive me. I beg you, Khaled, forgive me if I have failed in my duties towards you, if I have wronged you, or if I have not listened to your words. Forgive me. At that moment, Khaled could not contain himself. A tear fell from his eyes onto Sarah's hand, and he said in a trembling voice, Believe me, Sarah, you are the most precious and dear person I have in this world. Then he laid his head on her chest and began to cry. The doctor entered and said, Entrust yourself to God and pray for God to ease your wife's delivery. Sarah entered the delivery room, accompanied by the doctor and nurses, while Khaled remained seated outside, replaying the film of their life together. From their marriage to this day, hands raised to the sky, praying to God to ease her delivery. An hour passed, which he waited anxiously until fatigue overwhelmed him and he leaned back in his chair to doze off a bit. 2 hours later, the doctor woke him up saying, Congratulations, you have a son. Overwhelmed with intense joy, he unconsciously grabbed the doctor's hand and almost embraced him, but quickly caught himself, apologized, and thanked him. He raised his head and asked the doctor, And how is my wife? The doctor replied hesitantly, She is a bit tired. We have transferred her to intensive care. Khaled, troubled, asked anxiously, What's wrong with her, doctor? Reassure me, she said. She has severe hemorrhaging and high blood pressure, which has put her into a coma. Khaled was struck by the news and almost fainted from the shock. The doctor tried to calm him by saying, Pray for her. We are doing everything we can. He was sometimes joyful and laughed with his son. Sometimes he cried with sadness for what had happened to his wife. He asked the doctor for permission to see Sarah. When he saw her with yellow skin, a pale face connected to machines, he cried bitterly and wondered to himself how it was possible that she was in perfect health and full of vitality not long ago, and how things could have changed like this. The doctor entered and informed him that visits were not allowed for long and asked him to leave. Khaled returned home and began to pray and plead with God to heal her until sleep overcame him. In the middle of the night, the phone rang. Khaled answered in an exhausted voice. Hello? Yes? A voice from the hospital said to him, Are you Khaled? Yes, your wife has left this world and we ask you to come to finalize the formalities for taking charge. The receiver fell from his hands and he burst into tears until his tears dried up. Then he called his brother, his father and his wife's family to announce the tragedy to them. He went to the hospital and the decision was made that they would both leave together, the mother and the child, a scene that made everyone